The road for Japan becoming a peace-loving nation took a few turns in the late 19th century.
In 1853, Commodore Perry would sail into Tokyo Harbor, symbolizing Japan's opening to the West and a period of extremely rapid modernization.
In 1868, the Meiji Emperor was restored to the throne. The Meiji government would modernize Japan and take the best of what the world had to offer and bring it to Japan.
By 1889, the first modern legislative body was created in Japan called the Diet. The system was like England, with a House of Peers like the Senate and a House of Representatives.
Education would become compulsory. This was also a time of great social and political change. The Meiji government was open to the world and allowed people to emigrate abroad.
It was during this time that Japanese began large-scale emigration to the Americas. In Canada, settlements formed along the west coast around the logging, farming, fishing, and mining industries.
In 1889, a Japanese consulate was set up in Vancouver, and it is the third oldest consular establishment in Western Canada.
Before the era of peace, the early 20th century was marked by world wars where Japan also took part. In the Asia-Pacific, Japan would expand its military forces, leading to an attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, and bringing the United States into the Pacific War.
In Canada, Japanese immigrants and Canadian-born citizens of Japanese descent would be uprooted from the coast and dispersed into internment camps and other areas far from their homes, permanently losing their homes. For the Japanese, the war ended with the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
The lessons from the past have shaped Japan to be the peace-loving nation that it has been for over 70 years. The country started over in 1947 with a new constitution written within Article 9, renouncing war as means to settle international disputes.
Japan has a similar democratic system of government to Canada. It has a parliament with elected representatives of different political parties.
And just like Canada, the country believes in global trade and strong relationships with its trading partners.
Since World War II, Japan has sought peace with its former wartime enemies, starting with the San Francisco Peace Treaty to other acts of reconciliation.
For over 70 years, Japan has consistently advocated for peace and disarmament at the United Nations and elsewhere. Japan has a great track record in providing development assistance and relief to countries in need, and supports infrastructure building, training people, and helping to set up important institutions in the society. Japan values empowering people and works with countries to tackle important global problems. As a way to empower women in Japan and to assist women in business in other countries, Japan is prioritizing women's empowerment and gender equality. This country is set for moving towards the future.
The This is a modern democracy that works to be a global leader and a good neighbor.
Into the future, Japan will continue to play a big role in the peace and stability in the region.
In a symbol of respect to the Meiji Emperor, whose government opened the doors to the world, the Meiji Shrine sits in honor of the spirits of the Emperor and his wife, and is a jewel in the middle of Tokyo, welcoming visitors from all over the world every day.